A new group of potential jurors in court for the second day of the federal sex trafficking trial against Sean Diddy Combs. The music mogul accused of facilitating the abuse of dozens of women and girls over decades. The first day of jury selection revealing new details about the high-stakes case to come, with potential jurors shown a list of more than 100 places and people that may come up over the next 8 weeks. Combs has pleaded not guilty. Let's bring in defense attorney Misty Marris now. Misty, on day one, jurors were asked for opinions on people like Kanye West, Michael B. Jordan, Mike Myers, who, we should be clear, haven't been implicated in the charges at all in this case. So what do you think this is about?
Well, so a people and places list on it is actually run of the mill in a criminal case like this. And the reason being is to see if any of the jurors actually have a connection to those individuals. So we're talking about these high-level celebrities. But you know who else appears on that list? The attorneys and those names, to see if there's a connection or a reason why somebody might be biased if these people do come up during the course of the trial. And to your point, doesn't mean they're involved in the allegations. It doesn't mean that they're alleged victims. It just means they could come up in the course of the trial.
And we know that this particular voir dire process is a little different than we've seen in others. And part of it's because of juror privacy involved, the high stakes, the high profile nature of the defendant here. The court is calling 50 potential jurors every day. The goal is to narrow it down to 45 people who aren't dismissed for cause. And then those 45 will be questioned privately in the judge's chambers. Talk to us about how this compares to what is typical, and do you think this process makes sense?
Well, so here we have a lot of really sensitive information. Think about the questions that are being asked of the jurors. It's opinions about sexual abuse, opinions about domestic violence, drugs, guns, all of these really sensitive areas. And the jurors are going to be asked about that in order to see if they can come into the courtroom, put aside any preconceived notions, not just about what they may know about the case itself, but have they had experiences, or people in their family had those experiences. So that's super sensitive. And that those 45 people who are deemed to be qualified. So that's the process we're going through now. These are individuals who aren't being eliminated for cause, that the judge deems as somebody who can come in without that bias. That's the opportunity for the defense and the prosecutors to really ask them questions and decide who to eliminate using a preemptory strike. And that's when the real strategy comes in. Because those strikes are used to eliminate jurors where you don't have to explain the why, and it's really assessing who you might think be more sympathetic to your case.
So I want to dig deeper on that. Specifically, in a case like this, who do you think that prosecutors are looking for? Who do you think defense attorneys are looking for to try to select as they're picking this jury?
So, you know, it's funny because we say jury selection, but really for a trial attorney, it's jury deselection. You're always
elimination.
Exactly. You're looking for leaders and followers, and you want your leaders to be someone that to the best of your ability you can predict will have some sympathetic nature to your case, whatever that might be. And you use all of these jury questionnaires and social media searches in order to get there. For prosecutors, they're going to want to eliminate anybody who might be a super fan, who might have idolized Diddy at some point. They're going to want to eliminate individuals that they think may actually question the motives of the victims. And they're using all of these tools to do that. Now, for the defense, they're going to want individuals who are open-minded. We know what this case is about. This case is about sex trafficking. Their defense is going to be that Diddy engaged in a swinger lifestyle. You're going to want people who are open-minded on that front. You're also going to want people who can put aside the 60-plus civil cases. We know that Cassie Ventura video, that is a horrific video that's going to be shown in court, and look at this case as the allegations of sex trafficking and racketeering, and not make a prejudgment based on what they know they're going to see that is very, very disturbing, to say the least.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Misty Marris. It's so good to have you here. Thank you.